I don't want to say like I thought it was like a scam because like I saw like the checks and I saw like how they were spent, like, so I don't want to say it was a scam. I felt like weary a little bit, I guess, a little scared to jump into it. But like, I mean, my whole yearly salary, I think we closed in like 3 deals.
Yeah.
And so
Fucking like insane. Today, we got a very, very special duo coming in today. We got Mr. Matt Murata and Mr. Nick Roach. This is another very, very special interview, testimonial, whatever you want to call it. Yo, what's up? I hope you're enjoying the video. However, I have a very, very big announcement. On October 20th, next Monday, I am hosting the biggest online real estate challenge that is going to be a 3-day event. So it's going to be the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd. During this 3-day challenge, not only am I going to show you exactly how to set up your business so you can get that first deal closed, but it is a challenge. So each and every day, I'm going to be giving action items to bring to the next day. So by day 3, your wholesale business is going to be completely set up to start making money. I promise you, this isn't your typical note-taking webinar. I've done those in the past, and what I've come to find out is that only 5% of the people who attend actually see success. Reason being, they take the notes and they don't have anybody to keep them accountable to actually implement those notes. So since you and I are going to be meeting for 3 days in a row, I'm going to be the one to hold you accountable. And if you know me, you know that I am very data-driven, so we are only letting 500 people in hopes that we can get the success rate up to 20%. So if you're struggling to get that first deal closed and you need real accountability, be sure to check the link in the description, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. These are actually guys that I grew up with in high school, elementary school, damn near, I don't know if we went to the same preschool, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did. We went to the same college together. We'll get into that. However, these two individuals have been going at it with their wholesale real estate business. They started up in, let me make sure I get the details right. They started everything up in March. They've been in it for about 7 months now. They've closed about 15 deals and have cash collected about $118,000. So they've been absolutely crushing it. Their average deal right now is about $7,000. And yeah, they've absolutely been killing it. So obviously this one's a little bit different just because we all kind of like been kicking it with each other.
For sure.
We went to the same high school. We went to the same middle school, elementary school.
Yeah.
We went to the same high school, same college. Matt Murata was my roommate in college when I kind of got started with entrepreneurship. So something that I just want to touch on now that we kind of got your guys' current success out of the way, like what were you guys thinking? Like what was your mindset? Because obviously you guys had me on Snapchat, you guys had me on Instagram. You know, you lived with me, you saw me trying to pursue entrepreneurship. Sometimes you'd be like, oh, there goes Cam in his meetings again, like watching those videos when I was trying to get the trading stuff going. So like, what was your guys' initial thoughts? Like seeing me, Bert, Ethan, all of us kind of like in that beginning stages of like the entrepreneurial grind when I was like 19 years old, you guys were like 21, 22. Like what were your guys' like, initial thoughts? Like what was like the mindset difference between then kind of like seeing everything that we were trying to get going and like compare it to now, if that kind of makes sense? Like when we were living together, when you were seeing stuff on Snapchat, Instagram, and stuff like that.
I'd say my initial mindset, like I was just so focused on like, yo, you got to go to school, you got to finish school. Like once you finish school, then you can have a 100K job, but you're going to be 100K in debt. And like that was my initial thought. I just had to, like, I thought I had to go to school and finish school and graduate college and do all that. I mean, I wanted to do all that, but then I realized, like, why?
I would probably say the same thing for sure. Yeah, it was just like this is the route you're going. You know, I'm gonna take it. Mm-hmm. I think like kind of what changed was actually seeing it happen. You know, like because I saw you like when you were talking earlier, like when me and Gad went to your crib or Ethan's crib back in Tallermore. Mm-hmm. I remember you guys were talking about a deal you closed, and I was like, dude, I'm going back to school next month, and these kids are putting 10 bands in their pocket. Like,
mm-hmm. That was like all in the summer. I remember.
Yeah.
Over there. So yeah, you were trying to get it going like right around the same time that we were.
For
but
sure.
You just had school and a job. That
I kept trying to say that I was gonna do both, and it's impossible.
It's a little bit harder.
Yeah, it's impossible. Like
you were also having a job, school, and the side hustle.
For sure. It's just it doesn't make sense. Like if you're gonna do it, I go all in.
Most definitely. So like, what switched? Because obviously most people say like a lot of the excuses people give to like not want to get going with something is like, I need to see it to believe it. So obviously like for a good amount of time, like you saw me, Ethan, Bert, Frank, all these other people like posting on Snapchat, posting on Instagram and whatnot. Like what was it that like made you draw that line in the sand and said like, you know what, like I need to just go all in with something? Because like earlier this year, and same with you like started like just coming at me with like questions and like, how do I do it? How can I start? And all this stuff. And like, I just kind of like fed you all that information. You actually took it and ran with it. So like, what was it that kind of like made you draw the line in the sand? Because you saw it, you knew it was possible. Like literally people in our hometown are doing it. So like, what like kind of like flipped the switch for you guys?
But for me, I remember, I think 2022 January, I saw Hubert post on his story like 100K check in January. First month of the year, I already made 100K, and I'm like, I like the job I was doing was cool, and you know I was making okay money. But when I saw that, I'm like, what am I doing here? And I kept thinking
he did leave a 100K a year job for
this for sure, because I think it makes more sense to do this. And overall, it's like I saw him making money, and then I saw you guys making money down here. You had 2 cribs. You know, like 2 cribs in Chicago doesn't even make sense.
Doesn't. It's a dumbass idea. Just trying to help out a friend.
But no, I saw that, and it's just like, why am I helping someone else make money?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why am I working 12-hour days to make my boss the top dollar and I get percentages? Like, no, I should be the boss. If I'm gonna put in the work and grind, like I should be making the most money.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean, dude, so I had a job where I would work weekends too, and like I think it was one weekend where it was like New Year's Eve, and like I had to work that weekend, and I was like, just sitting there miserable at work, looking at your stories, how much of a blast you're having, and then like I was just like what Roach said, like what am I doing sitting here working for someone else, like for the man getting paid like $16 an hour, but like chump change, like my whole yearly salary, I think we closed in like 3 deals. Yeah. And so
fucking like insane.
It was, yeah, it's just dumb to keep doing that. And like, I mean, I loved what I did and it was fun, and like, I mean, I would totally still help out if I could, but like, it just took me realizing I don't want to be in this spot forever. No way. And
what were you guys doing beforehand? Because you graduated school, you got your associates, and then started focusing on another job, right?
Yeah, so I got my associates, and then I started working at like a buy-sell trade, brick and mortar.
Right.
And I had like a sneaker bot. So like I would...
Vice City, baby, in Iowa City, if you know about it.
Shout out Vice. I was doing sneaker botting. So like that was all my cash flow. Like I was putting my cash flow into that, and then I would hit sneakers and I would put them into the shop and make cash from that. And I mean, yeah, I was making cash from that, but not anywhere near like I've done on an assignment fee. Mm-hmm. Like... And I even got like ownership eventually, a part of the store, and it's still like...
Actually?
Yeah, 10%.
Oh, I had no idea about that. Damn, that's crazy. Cool, and what were you doing before? The only thing that I remember is you were valeting cars and then doing recruitment as well. Valeting cars might have been in college.
Yeah, no, I did the valet thing just during the summer. It was kind of fun, just like whipping cars throughout Chicago.
Was it in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I had no idea.
It was like throughout high school. It was VIP valet. If you need a summer job, do it. They're cool. Randy's a good guy. But no, I was doing scientific recruiting. Just I'm finding someone else to take a job for another company. Basically, it's honestly like what I've learned. It's the exact same process that we're doing now.
Yeah, pretty much. Sales, marketing.
It's all the same. It's all about who runs it, and like it's all the same. And it doesn't matter what you're selling, who you're selling to. Everyone follows the same outline if you want to be successful.
100%.
Even like with what I did, literally the same thing. Like I mean, our model was a little different. Like we would just have people bring us stuff, and they know they're gonna get under market price for it, but they know that we're gonna give them quick cash for it, and it's no.
It's the same fucking concept.
Same concept. So I literally just took that and took it over to houses.
Yeah, for people that don't know, Vice City, the place that he was working at was like the vintage clothing, sneaker reselling, stuff like that. They come in, Matt will make them an offer and whatnot. Basically the same exact thing that you're doing now. But yeah, Roach, you were making $100K a year, and you decided to leave that. Props to you, mad respect. You did that within 7 months of wholesale real estate. Now, I do gotta ask. I know, like, when I was getting started with, like, my entrepreneurial journey, whether it was the trading stuff that I was trying to do or even the wholesaling stuff, like, I made it known, like, I'm trying to put people on with, like, helping Luke get, like, into something with, like always trying to, like, get people, like, to join this stuff. So, like, what were, like, your guys' like, thoughts when I was like, come on, like, get going with this stuff. Like, what are you doing? Like, I felt like I was, like, almost overly like that. I'm sure, like, you can agree with that. Like, I lived with you. I was always, like, saying, Matt, like, watch these videos. Like, we got to get rich. And, like, you guys were, like, kind of just, like, nah, like da 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 da. Or even like when I make videos, like yo, like let me help you close deals, and like some people like ask questions from time to time, but like what were your like?
I don't want to
thoughts
say like I thought it was like a scam because like I saw like the checks and I saw like how they were spent like so I don't want to say it was a scam, but like I felt like I don't know, I felt like weary a little bit, I guess, a little scared to jump into it. But like I mean, bro, when I turned 25 and I was sitting at a day job on a Saturday working, I was like, whatever. Why would I not try?
And the main thing that like got you over that hump, you started watching the 3 hour long course, right?
That's my favorite video. Yeah.
Your favorite video?
Favorite
Hey,
video.
if you're on the channel
anyone-
right now, tell them.
If you want to start watching or doing wholesaling, all you need to do is watch Cam's 3 hour video on YouTube. It literally answers everything, and it will. I mean, it started us. Like,
Yeah, it literally just laid everything out, and all you need to do after that is start calling. You know, like maybe figure out which CRM and you know, cold caller you want to use, things like that, whatever dialer. But other than that, as long as you do it every day, you're going to make money.
And what were some like those beginning challenges that you guys were facing when you were like getting started?
I'd say figure out how to offer, like figuring out a like comping is probably like now it's very simple, but like at first it's kind of like I mean you probably know what you're supposed to offer, but it's scary because you don't know like it's such a big number and it's such like a serious thing. Like I'd say comping.
I would say comping too, but you're right about making like it being a serious thing, but at the same time it's like it shouldn't be. You know, if we're like friends with them and like we should make it easy. Like, hey, I'll give you $50K for your crib. Like, hey, sounds good. I want to help you out. You know,
Right.
like I feel like we psych ourselves out, and I still do. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
for
when
sure. I feel like that's the
for
biggest
sure.
thing with comping is just like yourself.
I'm still doing it. You know?
But how long did it take you to like actually like learn? Like how to like comp a property, value it, and like begin to make
I'd say
offers?
after we got like 2 deals assigned.
For sure, because we signed up because we did a one-on-one with Charlie, and like we comped before jumping in there to like kind of compare, and I think like Matt was like spot on with the numbers that Charlie came up with, and we were like, all right, we kind of just wasted his time, but it's good that we got a double check.
Yeah, you said
for
after
sure.
the second assignment, that's the one you kind of like were comfortable with it, pretty much,
For
right?
sure.
For
So like what did it take
In
you
the
to
same
start
market.
making those beginning offers to even get those first 2 assigned? Like were you just kind of like aimlessly throwing offers, or were you just kind of like taking that imperfect
The
action? Like,
lowest we could go.
Just
Like, we
just
gotta-
the most-
just as conservative as
We got a
possible.
crib for 5,000.
Yeah.
But the second one, I tweeted. I offered 20. She, of course, accepted. There was a squatter in there. She probably would have offered. It would have taken 5 as well. But doesn't matter. She got paid. We got paid.
And we still were in
That's
there.
a huge thing. That's a
yeah.
huge thing in the beginning. Like wholesalers think like, oh, I gotta give them the best offer so like they can accept it and I can get my deal.
You give them the best offer, they're gonna ghost you.
For sure.
Without a fucking
They're gonna
doubt, bro.
ghost you. Give them a realistic, like stern, shitty.
Make
Excuse
'em
my
mad.
language, shitty offer.
Yeah, make him mad.
But yeah, make them mad. Make them want to talk to you. Because if you give them what they're asking for, they're literally gonna okay, hang up, and you're never talking to them
Right.
again.
Yeah. It's so weird. Like, there's been so many of those cases where, like, I gave the seller their asking price. I gave the seller, the terms that they were looking for. And then, like, when you send that contract, you just don't hear from them anymore. Whether they're, not actually motivated to sell the property, because that's what it really boils down to. But then also them just wanting to go shop around those offers.
100%.
Fucking so annoying. But you guys went about things, like, in a very fucking solid way. Like, you guys decided to start hitting Indianapolis, Northwest Indy.
Yeah.
Both of those kind of
Yeah.
Indianapolis and Gary, right? Pretty much just Indiana.
Yeah.
And-
Northwest Gary. You don't want to give him too much sauce.
Right.
For sure.
No, it's I guess like
sure.
break it down exactly like how you guys decided to go about it and like why it worked so well for you. I mean, like you got, from what I understand, you guys are literally setting up appointments for the weekend. You live in Iowa right now. You live in Indianapolis. And every weekend you guys come out here to hit these appointments and whatnot. And like, as through all the students that we've ever like taught and whatnot, I swear there's like only like 10 to 15% of them that actually go that like extra mile when it comes to like trying to get deals, like similar to the way that you guys did it. So like, how did you guys go about like grabbing your list of houses, calling them, setting up these appointments, making those offers, and getting contracts signed? Because as many ways there is to like skin a cat, like you can wholesale a house. in many different ways, whether it's
sure.
like triple line dialer, driving for dollars, actually just going to the appointment, or just doing everything virtually. Like, how did you guys go about it?
So at first, Nick was actually driving for dollars.
For sure. Yeah, I was doing it in Indy.
And then
You got hella addresses from what I remember.
Yeah,
in Indianapolis,
yeah.
And like because I was in Iowa City, like I tried to look around a little bit, but there's not too much because a lot of it's just
Nobody rents out there.
yeah, it's all college kids in shitty cribs. They're not selling, because the landlord can rent it out every year.
Yeah, it's a college town. Yeah.
Exactly. So Roach was driving for dollars. Roach probably got like 1,000 Addies driving for dollars, and then we just did the old-fashioned skip trace, put them all in got them all imported in a deal machine, and then just started calling. And then we probably ransacked through those, and then we actually pulled a list. And that's, dude, I forget how we.
It just popped. Like Gary Lee just ended up inside of the Indianapolis one.
Yeah.
And then she answered. Yeah.
And then we just found Gary, and like, I mean, I'm gonna give way too much sauce, but like Gary, just everyone wants to sell, bro.
I mean, they're all shit houses, but I'd say I don't know the exact percentages, but like in an area like that where it's like what, 1 in every 4 houses you come across is vacant, abandoned, damn near like it looks like a horror scene.
Yeah.
There's blocks that are just like
Yeah, but there's also a lot of those houses you call out to them, but they owe too much, or like the rehab is more than what the after repair value is. So there's literally nothing that you can do with that. So it's really just like rinsing and repeating through like those lists to like find those golden nuggets. You know what I mean?
100%.
No, I remember in the beginning you're like, yeah, I got all these addresses, came like take a peep, and I'm like looking at a spreadsheet around your notes. I'm like, how are you gonna get these in the deal machine? You're like, isn't there like an easy way to go about it? I was like, brother, you're gonna like have to manually So, bro, those like little beginning like
that stuff's frustrating.
Fuck ups, it's so frustrating. Like organizing data, making sure shit skip trace for the next day. Like, bro,
that alone, I can see someone giving up, because that probably took 3 weeks realistically to get a good list in. Like that first list, the 1,000 numbers and names, like we did get one lead. I remember we didn't close on that one. I had the dude meet us. I had a buyer meet us out there,
which I hated. You guys didn't even have the property under contract, right?
No,
no property under contract. Already talking to a buyer. Here's the address. Here's a price.
Sure.
Meet us at the property.
Learn from us. Do it step by step. Don't skip any steps.
But like, it makes sense on why you like would want to do that. You want that reassurance that you're gonna be able to sell the deal.
100%.
But like, how many deals have you backed out of because you haven't been able to find a buyer or something went wrong, and there's literally zero repercussions?
Exactly.
One deal maybe.
Yeah. That's because like we're doing really good with the
Quality of
with the quality and like the buyers we got. But I would say, yeah, man. It's just it's all about volume.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're
it's
not,
numbers game.
It's numbers. And if you have 1,000 deals that are $1,000 each, that's what, 100K, I think. That's a silly amount of money. So it's like if you're doing that, you're gonna get way more money than if you focus on 5K or more, or like whatever it might be. Like we're trying to get everything that comes at us.
Yeah, no, we
close the 2K.
Our spreads aren't the biggest. We close the
2K. Yeah, who cares, bro?
We do not care.
$1,000 more than I had yesterday.
Proof of concept, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, bro, it's just like, okay, we got the buyer. Okay, we got the PA. Like, I sat at my crib the whole day.
I did nothing.
I'm gonna send it to title. Like, okay, I'm gonna get 2,000 from that. Like, we do not care about small spreads. Like, I know that like a lot of people do.
But you're
like
7 months in, bro.
Yeah,
that
but if
too,
you got like 15 5K spreads, one of them drops.
Oh wow!
Okay.
All right,
You
we'll
got
get another
15
one next week. Yeah.
I mean, you got 15 30K spreads. Yeah, it might not hurt, but one 30K drops and
that's
probably gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
No, that's my theory, bro. I think that's why you guys were able to like see success so fast, like so quick, is because you guys weren't so like, you guys didn't have like your ego involved with it. It's like, yo, like I put in the work for this, got a contract signed with the seller, with the buyer. Damn, I'm only making 1,500, 2K. Hey, proof of concept, let's get this through. And like you just like sped things up to like get that proof of concept and to know what to do better next time. So then it just started to raise, like, okay, 1,500 here, now it's 2K. Now your guys' average deal is fucking 7K, which is like
and we've had like our biggest deal I think was 15.
Yeah, we closed 15. So yeah, we know like the numbers, and with the ego thing, it's like, dude, if we didn't close, I would not have an apartment. I had no job. I didn't have a mom leaving me money. I didn't have anyone like my dad, nothing like that. It's like I know a lot of people out there are good, and you have a good backing, which is good, and you should, but like go full speed. If you burn the boats, I feel like you get a way better outcome.
Yeah, let's say you guys were very like, I don't know what the right word is, like very like trying to be very precise with the assignment fee amount. Like let's say you were trying to aim for $10,000 fees every single time. How many deals do you think you would have closed, and how much money do you guys think you would have made?
Maybe 5. I was gonna say maybe 5.
Maybe 5, and then what? That's 30K.
If we took everything like baby steps, like babied it the whole time, I mean, yeah, we would probably still be
Yeah, no, there's a
first deal closed maybe.
Yeah, there's
on one hand. How many?
for sure. Yeah, there's this thing that I like when I one thing I did like about my last job is that there was like a lot of we had some people come in and do like those like leadership things, and something something this like army guy said, Eric Lopez, cool guy, but he said doing anything 80%. With execution with a 20% plan is better than a 100% plan or an 80% plan and 20% execution.
Yeah.
It's like if you have an idea, run.
Yeah, no, even if you're like 50.1% certain, go in. Like,
you'll figure it out. If you don't fall on your face, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, 100%. What was the other thing that I wanted to ask? So first off, how long did it take to get that first deal closed? Was it like just under 6 weeks?
March, I think we got the contract signed.
In
312, yeah, or no, 320, so 20 days, like 20
days to get the first contract signed.
First contract signed, to get paid out. We had to deal with a couple of things, so like end of May or beginning of May.
Gotcha. Okay. Now there's 3 questions that I want to ask back to back, and like those beginning struggles with things. It's like your first time like qualifying, making that offer, like your first few phone calls, how you felt on it. Making those offers like over the phone, those in-person appointments, like actually meeting sellers there, and then like those beginning trial and errors with the title companies. Because I remember like I kept following up with you guys like yep, everything's at title. I'm like, you better be calling them. When was the last time you called the title company? And you're like, oh, it's been like 2 weeks. They said that they're getting everything handled. I'm like, bro, call that title company ASAP because I guarantee they haven't even started title work yet.
Yeah, you're right.
And then what happened with that?
Oh yeah. So we had the deal. Yeah, it was our first deal ever, and I brought it to title, and I was like, oh, once you bring it to title, like they just do it. They just got it. No, you have to stay on top of title.
We email them twice a week.
Yeah, we email them twice a week. I mean, I'm sure other title companies are better than others, but like.
Yeah, I'm sure ours is not good.
No, that happens.
We can make a whole other YouTube
like
video.
they'll see the closing date thing that's on there, but like you gotta.
Oh, they won't even care about it.
They don't even care about that.
It's just for fun.
Literally, like, hey, the closing date on the contract says that it's tomorrow. Yeah, title's not done. Like title does not care. They're like, oh yeah, you're gonna need an extension if you want us to close this out.
Right.
So then you have to get back with the seller, get things signed, like extend the closing date and whatnot. So I know that was like definitely like something that was like a slap in the face. Now,
yeah, for sure, title companies.
How about like those first few dials, like those first few calls, like cold calling sellers? Because like you guys were like you didn't have like somebody generating leads for you. Like you guys were the ones generating leads. So like what were like those first few phone calls like? Because a lot of people get hella fucking scared from like making those first few cold calls and like.
I mean, bro, I probably sounded so dumb. Like like shaky as hell. Like. Talking about like real estate, like I know real estate. I literally just sell clothes. Like I don't know what I'm talking about, but like I know she might want to sell. So like, and I know from my last job that if they want money, they're gonna talk to you no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, so like that was, so yeah, the first few phone or cold calls weren't easy, but like what you said on a video once, it was like it's not like he's gonna reach out on the phone and punch you. Like. The worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna get hung up on.
Mm-hmm. Like were you ever scared that like, oh, like I don't want to mess up legally and get in legal trouble?
No, I've never been worried about that. I don't like the whole DNC, like the whole. I do not worry about. My mom's on DNC and she doesn't even know she's on DNC. Like, I don't.
People get scared about that.
No, I know. I know it's a big problem. I know it's a big problem.
Doesn't matter.
Didn't the courts like say some stuff?
Something like that. Yeah, I think they ruled that like it's not
offering money isn't soliciting.
Yeah, it's not soliciting. But yeah, you'd be surprised. A lot of people like are very timid and scared to like make those first few dials and like just have a conversation with the seller. like Luke, there's a newer kid in the inner circle right now. I don't know if you've seen him on any of the calls or in the community, but he's been with us for 2 weeks and he just made his first 100 calls the other day because I literally forced him to. Like I forced him to. I said, write out on a piece of paper right now, at my current rate, I'm not going to close a deal for a year. I literally made him write that out and like read it over and like post that up somewhere. And like literally the next day he made his first few dials, generated his first few leads. But what was it like calling in the beginning for you?
I mean, Matt and I, we did Cutco and
Right.
when we were
Shout out
16.
Cutco.
Shout out Cutco. You
I'm
know,
a
so
lem,
I
baby.
mean, realistically, like we cold called then. I cold called my last job, cold called this job. So it's like
He's fairly new.
I knew the cold calling part wasn't nervous. You know, it's whatever, but. Yeah, I definitely sounded silly talking about realists. Because, like, yeah, it doesn't matter, like, you know, it doesn't matter. I don't really care what they think because I'm never going to see them in person unless it works out. Yeah. But if it works out, then it's a good call, you know? 100%. Like, then I didn't mess up too bad.
Right. Yeah, for me, like, when I first started, like, I never was, like, worried about, like, having the conversations with the sellers that, like, weren't real estate professionals. Like, hey, they know just as much as you, if not less. Like, the only thing that they've done is, like, they've bought a house and they've owned it and now they're not doing too hot with owning it, so now they have to sell it. So I was never scared with that. But for me, it was like when I'd see like notes or like a text message and they're like, you can just tell they're a real estate investor. And then you get on the phone with them and they're trying to like push you around and they're trying to like one up you or like try to big dick you. Like those are the only times where I would get nervous because I didn't want to sound like an idiot. Right. But then it's just like, again, that imperfect action that you have to take to like just really not care that much. Like if you lose the deal, you lose it. If it converts, it converts.
I mean, bro, you can bullshit a lot of them. Like honestly, like you just keep repeating what they're saying, and they'll
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, fake it till you 100%. Make it.
Now, how about the first few in-person appointments? Because like you guys didn't make any offers over the phone really much.
No,
right?
we never offered before.
We check out the crib. Yeah. I think because one thing about like the cold calling that right just. While we've been cold calling, a lot of people that I talk to, they're like, and I would imagine Matt runs into it too, but they're like, 7 people called me today, and they all want to check out the house. I'm like, okay, well, like, is anyone actually going? And she's like, nah, no one's ever actually gone. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna be there on Friday. Mm-hmm. I'm a real person. I'm not just gonna call you from New York and buy a crib that you know what I'm saying? I think the whole which is cool if you can do it online. I feel it takes a lot of confidence and rapport building on your end,
it's
but
the most important part.
Yeah, which is, I think it makes it so much easier to just, hey, I'm gonna drive 2 hours and check out that house.
Yeah,
and I mean, I've had people tell me like, yo, I like the way you guys do business. Like I've had people just call me up on the phone and offer, and like you guys are actually going to check it out and then calling me back.
Yeah, they appreciate it. It really builds that rapport. I guarantee, I'm just making an assumption. I guarantee there's been people that have made offers over the phone on your guys' deals higher than what you offered, but they took a lower price simply because you guys actually went out there, shook hands, and shit like that. We've had that happen on multiple occasions.
I've had a couple people say that to me.
Yeah, the thing with like going out there, it's not necessarily like, oh, I got to see the condition, I got to actually get a repair estimate. It's literally to just like shake the hand and like win the deal over by just being like charismatic and like have personality. That's like what I would say.
And like one thing for me, and like growing up, in high school, like what did we do? We drove around. Like the back roads, looking at houses, stuff like that. It was.
Yeah, we used to just go look at big.
Look at big cribs. Go drive around. It's like I get to do that for my day job. Like that's a movie.
Except they're not big.
They're not big. They're not big. They're not nice.
But they are cool to look at.
They are cool to look at, and we get to go inside of them.
It's
cool.
different from like the neighborhoods that we grew up in.
For sure.
But I'd say our in-persons are a little different, just because like our market is so different. Like these houses are so. Excuse my language, fuck.
Yeah.
And like you have to see them in person because like these guys on the phone sometimes have never even seen it.
Yeah.
Like they just bought them online from a tax sale.
Yeah,
and they like never even seen it. So they're like, oh yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah. And like you actually don't know. So there's even been times where like you went out there and like the seller didn't even meet you there, but like you just made it be known like, hey.
Most of the time that's how it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like Matt has sent the seller pictures of their house because they're like, yo, I haven't seen it. Can you send us pictures?
Yeah, I've sent multiple pictures to sellers so they can see their crib.
Yeah, and like the one lady we went, our first sale, or the second house, because it was like one lady who sold 2 cribs. The second crib had a squatter in it, and she had no idea, And like, I wonder how long he was in there for.
Nice guy.
Nice guy. Yeah, he was cool. He was cool, dude. He didn't give us no trouble when he walked in there, but
he came out. He's like, it's the weekend.
Yeah, it was Friday, so it wasn't wrong.
That's fucking hilarious. Now, obviously you've been helping out a lot with like the inner circle and shot callers in the community, so you're able to get like a real good pulse on like these beginners issues, and like you're able to kind of see like, okay, this guy's new, okay, now a couple months roll by, he's still in the inner circle or in shot callers, however he's at this point, maybe he's hit his goals, maybe he hasn't, maybe he's like simply just like hasn't like progressed at all. Like, what do you really think is like that determining factor that like will determine whether or not someone sees success and doesn't? Because like you see it firsthand almost
I
every
think
single day.
it's second guessing yourself, bro. It's like should I do this or should I do this? Should I do it this way or should I do it that way? Should I call this hour or should I call that hour? It's like it's everybody second guessing themselves and everyone's scared to just take action and do it. Like I've seen what is it? Everyone asking like, what hours should I call? Like, okay, great question, but like, why even ask that, bro? Like, just call 12 to 5. Like, call during work, call before work, call after work.
Everyone's trying to find the best for everything. Where do I get the best list?
Yeah.
Where do I find
Where
the
do I
best
get the best
motivated-
title company?
Where's the best title company? Where are the best hours to call? Bro, none of that shit actually matters.
100%.
Like, sure, maybe if you want to get like very strategic with it, I'm sure there could be a little bit, but it's not gonna like alter your like journey of success.
No, I've gotten a lead at 9 a.m. Like it does not matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I've jumped into the like a call a couple of times and like a couple of them like they're good, but like I think a couple of them there was like a lot of new guys on there, and I like half the session was Ethan or Cassidy answering questions about, you know, where should I pull a list from?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, if you guys read the stuff in the app and you
And the
actually
modules,
in the
watch
module,
the
if you did it, if you watched it 3 hours, if you just do something and you don't sit there and have someone spoon feed it to you,
Yeah.
you're gonna make money. But if you sit there and you throw a fit and you're like, how do I do it this way and this way, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only way you're gonna make money.
Yeah, no, because you guys didn't do that at all. It was like, okay, you guys had something in mind, like, okay, I don't have a bajillion dollars to put into this right now. I can't hire
Zero.
cold callers, can't do this.
That's why the whole
What's
setting
the
fire. Zero.
what's the like? You guys had one thing in mind. You guys weren't looking for the best way to go about it. You were looking for a way to go about it that it was also aligned with like how much you guys were willing to invest into it.
The most cost effective.
The most cost effective.
Yeah.
You
All of
weren't
our-
looking for the best way. You were looking for a way that was also in reason for like what you guys had at the moment. Which was
for sure went for the cheap.
deal machine. You literally, for a beginner, all you need is deal machine. It's
100%.
$120 a month.
120.
Calling, skip tracing, driving for dollars, pull list, dialer, all that
It
stuff.
does it all. It
It does it all.
It gives me a little bit of headache sometimes, but she does it all. For
Right.
me. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, with where you guys are at right now and where you guys are going, how would you say? How would you? In what ways do you think you need to start pivoting to scale? Because do you guys genuinely think you can scale off of deal machine?
No, you can't.
Zero.
Yeah,
0%. I think. I mean, it just you can't take notes on there. You can't.
You can.
Yeah, but not like good note. Like not the notes that you want. You know, and like the connectivity. I can make a whole video on my
They offer everything, but they're not a master.
which I can.
Jack of all trades, master at none.
Yeah,
It's
which I
great
can
for
respect.
beginners, but like if you're gonna scale, there's no way.
You need
like
follow-up
deal,
box or something.
deal machine is like, first off, like it's all their data. Like so, even if you put new data in it that you have on your own that you know is correct, if they don't have it in their system, like you can't add it.
Yeah, you can't add a phone number or
Yeah,
shit
you
like
can't
that.
That yeah. So like sometimes because we'll use KindSkip and it's like, do the numbers we get from KindSkip even go into Deal Machine or is it just addresses?
Is it
You
just
know,
Deal
so
Machine's
a
numbers?
couple things.
So like that's one. I mean, it's a CRM, but it's not like a real CRM.
Yeah.
Like,
Like you can take notes, you can set tasks and stuff.
it's really
like
good
that.
at like because I think
it's a great dialer.
Yeah, it's a great dollar, and you know, it does what we need it to do because we're not looking for people. You know, like we're not looking for sellers. We're not looking for people that want to sell. We're looking at shitty houses that want to be bought.
Because what does that say? Like if you find a shitty house, nobody's living in it. What does that scream?
It screams, buy me.
Yeah, literally,
Yes, exactly.
do something with me. You know, so
Right.
if
Touch
so
me.
and like we would use follow up boss, but like we literally can't because it organizes by people, and it's just
Yeah.
like what we're doing, we have to try to find the right person for this crib.
Yeah.
You
know?
could use Follow Up Boss like after. Like,
After,
that's
but then-
like ideal for us to scale. We would get a CRM and put like we still don't have like
we use Google
But like
Sheets.
that's fine because for one of your guys' months, I literally have the numbers here. You guys texted it over to me recently. But what was it? It was the month of like May or April. You had 2,700, so 2,700 phone calls, dials. You had 166 conversations, 22 leads generated, 16 appointments, and off of all of that, off of just 22 leads, you were able to get 4 deals closed and 4 contracts signed. What's even the math on that? 22 divided by 4. I'm kind of slow. What is that? That's for every 5-6 leads, you're closing a deal. Like that like especially like bro, you don't even really get those numbers from like PPC or Google ads. Like when I say driving for dollars genuinely gives you the best data, the best list, like the best opportunity, it's true. I mean, like proof is in like the numbers. Like the numbers literally don't lie. Like if you even do the math on that, to close one deal, 2,700 divided by 4, you got to make 675 dials to close one deal.
Yeah.
But that's driving for dollars. That's not getting a list from PropStream, like a list of 10,000 records from Batch Leads or KindSkip. That's you getting your hands a little bit dirty, finding these houses that no one's living in, all fucked up. Damn, there might be a squatter in there. It literally screams like, hey, buy me. My owner doesn't take care of me, doesn't really want me, doesn't cut my grass. Like, that's why you guys were also able to like only make 2,700 dials, yet close 4 deals for that month.
And I think one thing too is a lot of people, might pull back on like, I didn't get all the lead information. This guy doesn't want to sell. It's like, if I get someone on the phone that says, yeah, that's my house, yeah, I can sell, I'm going to their house. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you gave me no information other than, it's boarded and you don't live there.
And you got to go check it out.
But you want to sell it, I will go. Like I don't, that's what I'm saying. If I drive out to Gary and I get 6 cribs that don't have a roof on, oh well, shit trip. Next week, hopefully I have better leads. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm gonna go to every single person that's even a little bit interested because someone skipped over them, and I'm gonna be the one that call them back and be like, hey, I'll give you 10K, and they'll be like, damn.
Exactly.
I'll take
exactly.
that.
Yeah, and you guys just really asked like all the right questions. You guys weren't asking the dumb, stupid fucking questions like, oh, like there's this property that I see is listed down the street for this much. Do you think I can get it under contract and sell it? Like, dude,
this property's for sale by owner on Redfin. Should I call them?
Like, no. No. Stick to one thing. Like, literally, like, oh my God, like, the people that just don't stick to one thing and they try to find the best of everything. I know we already kind of touched up on that, but like if you ignore that noise, like from all like the shiny objects that are out there, like, ooh, what about this fancy list? Or, oh, what about these cold colors? Or what about this fancy stuff? Or this CRM? If you ignore, if you want to go on market, there's deals already there. The seller already wants to sell. Oh my God. If you ignore that noise and just dial in on like one strategy, you're going to see success. Yeah, and like you guys are like living fucking proof of that shit. I guess we can kind of transition to like those future goals. Like we definitely touched a lot. Like I definitely think you guys have like given a lot of good like insight for like beginners. Cause like when I was living with Matt, this man loved watching movies. Like loved watching movies. And he was a huge movie critic. And not only was he a critic to just movies, he was a critic to a lot of things. And he gave good insight and like good like feedback. You know what I mean?
Critical guy.
So like that's why I loved helping Matt and like you guys like get going with this. Because like once you got through like the thick of it, like you were able to come back to me and be like, yo, like you could explain it like this. Like you don't really need to tell it like this and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. I'll tell you.
I don't exactly know
I'll tell you how it is for sure.
Don't exactly know what I was getting at with that.
Well, like you're talking about like explaining stuff on WAP to like the students. Like, yo, you explain it like this, but I mean, honestly, I'm a student and I'm a beginner. I think you should say it like this.
Yeah.
I think it might.
Yeah. No, I made a lot of pivots when I got like my friends, my homies, the fam, like involved with this stuff. To also just help other people out. But yeah, I guess we can kind of transition to like the next like 6 to 12 months. Like, what are the goals? Like, you guys' overhead, I know it's still below like yearly, annually. I know for sure that shit's below $5,000. Still.
Sure.
It's probably right at $5,000.
Right at $5,000. So for them to run their business right now,
here I can tell you the exact number.
He can tell us the exact numbers, but for them running their business right now, They've already closed out 15 deals. They've made $118,000 annually.
5,726.
Okay.
That's with our business bank account, deal machine, our website, DocHub, Dropbox sign, Dropbox, and then our tax tracker.
Right. So let's just round it up to $6K for the year.
Yeah.
So what is that? $500 monthly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. $500 a month. You've been in this for 7 months. So 500 times 7, 3,500.
Yeah.
Safe to say that it's safe to say that's what you guys have invested so far.
Yeah.
And you've made $118,000. 36x ROI so far from wholesale real estate. Now, however, you can't stay there forever. You obviously have to begin to start scaling and whatnot. You guys are closing deals. You guys are stacking some things. What are like the goals for like the next 6 to 12 months, and like where do you guys like see yourself taking this?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think that's something we haven't really talked about even yet. Because like I know
we definitely haven't talked about.
Yeah, because I know for a fact we have talked about like, hey, next year we're gonna become actual investors and not just wholesalers. We're gonna buy a crib, flip it. You know,
That is a goal of ours. We do want to like
that's
do like
that's
one
something
crib.
that's something we've actually talked about. The other goal that we had was hit 100K.
Wait, you got something to say?
I don't like flipping houses.
No?
Granted, I sucked at it. Like I
Okay.
got into it. Frank also got into it. They don't really know who Frank is, but like Frank, like he had somewhat of a background in that stuff, semi, and like knew the right people, very resourceful to like get the right
His
guy.
homies were working on it.
Yeah, exactly. So like he did a very good job with that stuff. I've bought and flipped 2 houses, and it just wasn't quite worth it for me.
No.
Like to be honest, I've even made a video on my channel before talking about fixing and flipping houses, but for the amount of phone calls I had to take, the amount of headaches that I had to take, making runs to Home Depot to get the material, and all that fucking stuff. It's like if I used that time to wholesale, I would have made way more fucking money. And on top of that, it's like the deals that I did have, like it averaged out to me making like $3,500 each month. Whereas if I were to wholesale those houses, it would have equated to about $10,000 per month. So like that's my 2 cents on it. If you get it from Frank, like Frank's obviously been doing a lot better with fixing and flipping houses just because he's had semi of a background in that stuff. But that's my opinion on it. I think it's again one of those shiny object syndromes that like you think like, yo, I want to like have that under my belt.
sure.
Like, I want to fix and flip a house.
And you're not wrong. You know, like that's something we haven't like we haven't even fully like jumped in.
Right.
We haven't like looked into the ideas, and we definitely.
It's good to see.
It's good to hear different sides.
No,
'Cause
hey,
I
take
feel like
what
I
I say.
only hear the positive. You know, I never
Yeah,
hear
no.
negative.
And
So that was cool.
Take what I have to say with a grain of salt, obviously, or a grain of rice.
No, yeah. I mean, we've been saying this whole time. If we want to do it, we're just gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, who cares?
exactly.
I don't. Yeah,
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
like my whole thing is like, yeah, we made a bunch of money. I'm 25 years old. If I lose all of that money tomorrow, I don't care. I can do it again in 7 months.
Yeah,
I can make the same amount of money. I can do the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's people who like, who cares? Like, yeah, who cares, bro? Just live your life. Do it.
With where you guys are at right now and where you guys are going, no, that totally makes sense. You gotta have that conversation first. You can't just like spitball like, oh, this is the plan. You guys haven't even talked about.
I know, like the only thing we've talked about is like we both want. I think we both want a cold call.
For sure. So
Yeah.
just chill at the crib.
Yeah, 'cause
It's crazy. Yes, you need to get out of that lead generation seat. That is a $6 an hour position.
yeah, but
Oh my God.
but who's gonna generate more leads, me or the $6 an hour guy? Me.
Depends.
Nah, that's me every time for sure.
Well, yes,
You
but
put me up against that guy, I'm
okay, but you want to put a
I'm
dollar
getting
amount.
more leads.
You have to put a dollar amount on your time.
For sure,
No,
for
I hear
sure.
it. That makes sense.
No, 100%.
If you can get a cold caller and he's giving you 40 leads each week, and your sole job is appointments.
For
making
sure,
offers,
and yeah,
you're able
buy
to
back
get
my
more
time.
of that out there.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I mean?
You're not wrong, but that's where my mind goes. It's like, where's the trade off? Like, you know, are we gonna get one cold caller or are we gonna get a couple? So that it makes more sense. If we get one, it's like I can beat that guy. I can make less calls and get more leads.
How
than
many
him.
leads are you guys getting a week right now?
Leads a week? Probably 10. Like on a good week.
Right, a cold caller will give you 40 a week. Granted, different list.
For sure.
That's a mass list that you pull from like the prop stream, Kindscape, all that stuff. They're calling like 10,000 records, you know, within the next few months, and so I'm just ripping through that. You guys are driving for dollars, ripping that shit yourselves.
For sure. And like, yeah, we get 10 leads, but we get 10 real leads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 10 leads that realistically 2 out of the 10 are gonna pan out.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like we know.
they're
like,
not just like tire kicking. Like they're actually like, no, I've been
exactly.
trying
The
to sell
$6
this.
an hour guys, that's, you know,
100%,
might be a couple.
100%. But no, I think you guys are definitely in a position to where you can, if you do it the right way, I think within the next year or 2 years, you guys can literally be in a position where you have consistent marketing that you guys don't have to worry about generating leads. You can bring on acquisition guys that can come in, qualify leads, close them, get contracts signed, and even have somebody that's selling those deals for you. It doesn't take much. Like
Yeah.
this year, it started with me, Ethan, Cassidy, and Tristan. Like we literally cleared we literally burned the ships. Like everybody left. We had to start from ground zero again, but we went through like hell and back to get to that point and learned a lot. And then we just started growing from there. Like, okay, let's get a couple acquisition guys now that Cassidy is able to manage these guys.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think we like the whole A to Z.
I like, yeah, because
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
getting rid of the cold calling is
That's gonna be
is fire.
that's
Would
gonna
be
be a
fire.
movie.
But like honestly, handling everything else, like, bro, calling buyers is like my favorite part. I think.
Calling buyers?
Yeah, calling buyers. I love.
I see
calling
that. I mean,
buyers.
again, you guys have been in this for 7 months so far.
It's gonna get old quick, and
Yeah.
I think one thing that I learned, I'll be honest, when I worked in my last job is like I was a manager for like a dude for 6 months, whatever. No, I'm not. That's not me. I'm not gonna. I don't want to teach you how to do it. I'm not. That's not me. I want to focus on me. You know what I'm saying? So
For
like,
the time.
Well-
Eventually,
well, yeah,
yes.
for sure, we'll get
I'm
there.
sure one like eventually we're
If
gonna
I get
reach
it,
that
like,
point. But like right
for
now,
sure,
being
for right
so
now-
fresh, I don't like. We're just not even thinking about it.
'Cause, like, what do you think about like the idea of, like a fund where it's like you don't where it's just what if it was just you and Ethan and then you guys got somebody invest in your fund and you guys make money all year or you guys spend that fund all year and then you give the people back their money.
It's just like when you're still in like this every single seat, it's like you just don't have like the time freedom. Like at the
For
end of the
sure,
day,
that's something I will look forward to.
yeah,
is,
no,
like, being
you gotta
able
start
to-
looking forward to like that time freedom stuff. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like how in August, like I was in Europe, like I literally didn't lift up my laptop once, 150 to the entity for the month of
Yeah.
August. You know what I mean? Any final words of wisdom or inspiration? I know you're good with this stuff. so-
Yeah, I mean, I did.
That's good.
Yeah, I would just say like after actually grinding, because I work 12-hour days, cold calling, and like begging people to. I was begging people to want another job so that I wouldn't get yelled at from my boss, and that was like the biggest. I was stressed out all day, every day. Disgusting. I'm 25. That's disgusting. Like why am I making money for someone else? Make money for yourself.
If your boss isn't gonna pay you enough to be his neighbor.
Yup. I like that. 100%. You find a new boss, find a new job, do something else, bro.
Got you. What about you? Any final words of motivation or inspiration or whatever?
Dude, just put your back against the wall and do it, man. That's all you gotta do.
Burn the boats.
Literally, this man literally burned the boats. He quit his
100K job.
100K a year job to go all in with wholesaling.
Two. I've probably like monthly fees like 2K.
Yeah.
Like with like rent, student loans, and car, everything. So like money was falling quick.
Right. Yeah. At least you were like smart enough to like stack it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I had maybe like when I quit my job in March, I had maybe 8,000 to live off of, and then I was like, yo, I need to I need to start wholesaling
Yeah, no.
cribs.
That's why when he was coming out to Chicago every weekend and like you were like nah, like I don't want to go spend money.
I got
right
no
now.
money
Like,
right
fuck
now
this.
for sure. But look where we're at.
Appreciate you boys.
Yeah, thank you, Cam.
Hopping
Appreciate
in.
it. It's awesome.
Appreciate
As
you.
always, if you guys want to be kicking it with Roach, Matt, myself, feel free to check out the link in the description, join the inner circle, and let's get connected.
Yo,
See you guys.
You want to check out our web? Can we drop
Shout
our
out.
website?
Yeah. Drop it.
Yeah. Check the website, park12properties.com.
Rep it.
Right
there. Yeah,
It's
it's a
Park
logo.
12, park12properties.com. Check it out.
Yes,
you can see
sir.
our deals that we've done.
Hey, sign up.
We're going crazy.